Hi everyone, it's Simon Keeling here, weatherweb.net. This is your look ahead video on Thursday the 10th of August. Thanks again for watching. I know we've got lots of new premium members with us now, and just want to say welcome to you. We do the look aheads every single day. That takes us ahead for the coming weeks and months ahead. Also, you've got your fast forecast every day as well, which gives you the detail for the next 5 days. And then on a Monday, on a Wednesday and a Friday, we also do the 2-week planners, which give you the outlook for the next 2 weeks. I suppose the giveaways in the name, and give you the detail as to how we think things will evolve over the next couple of weeks. And of course, you've got your musings and so much other information as well, updated at WeatherWeb Premium all the time. Now, on a Thursday, we get the updates from the Canadian 32-day forecast model. Now, yes, it's a long way in advance, but it is pretty good at giving us indications as to where changes in the weather are likely to be. And these medium-range to longer-range models are getting better all the time. Now, this is the Jetstream forecast for Monday from the Canadian model. It's called the NAEFS, and the Jetstream is through here. It's where these solid lines are closer together. Now, just look where it is in a week's time, so into next weekend. What do you know? It's through us again. It's even stronger. It's down here, so no real let-up in the unsettled conditions. And then the weekend after that, for the 3rd of September, well, here it is again, through the UK. So again, these westerly mixed to unsettled conditions just look like they are going to persist. Let's take a look at the pressure charts. As I say, this is from the Canadian model released today. This is the chart as of midday on Thursday, so for today. High pressure off towards the southwest, nice little ridge building through Ireland and the UK. Still more of a southwesterly flow across western Scotland, bringing some outbreaks of rain there, but the story really is of a dry day across much of Ireland and across much of England and Wales. If we just nip forward into next week, though, you can see how this window of better weather that's coming up really is very short-lived. Of course, we do have drizzle coming through and some outbreaks of rain on Friday, but we go dry as we head into the weekend, although by the early stages of next week, again, we've got a trough moving eastwards, all courtesy of these areas of low pressure, which move in from the west, taking some thundery rain eastwards with them. If we just skip forward then into next Thursday, so a week today, things may go better for a day or so in the middle part of next week, but by Thursday, low pressure is out towards the west again. There's some pretty heavy rain coming in with that as well, according to the Canadian model, and pretty windy too. Having said that, the Canadian is suggesting that eastern parts of the country probably do go fairly mild during the middle stages of next week, although western and northern areas still seeing temperatures around or below average for the time of year. And let's just go further ahead. This is the chart for a week on Sunday, and it's still unsettled. It's what you'd expect with that jet stream in place. The Canadian wanting to put the low towards the east brings us in more of a west to west-northwesterly flow. Quite a strong one as well, hinting at unsettled conditions into next weekend, and that's certainly what the GFS Ensemble's gone for as well. We seem to be all collating around this idea of an unsettled weekend next weekend, and a cool one too, with quite a strong westerly breeze blowing. Into the following week, just some hints of pressure perhaps building towards the south of the country during that period. Now, this is a time to watch. We've said that we thought the 22nd, 23rd could be when we may see pressure just lifting a little across the south of the country. Still got the westerly flows, you can tell from the direction of the isobars there. But the Canadian seeing this slightly less unsettled period through central and southern parts of England and Wales and also Ireland. I'm afraid further north we're stuck with these relentless westerlies bringing fronts in, although I suppose towards the west, the northwest, we could well find that the rain there is not as frequent as it has been. Into Friday the 25th, that little area of high pressure, that build of pressure, has already disappeared further off towards the south. I suspect it may be in play perhaps for 2 or 3 days, but you see how pressure's falling again, and we're back into the westerlies, more fronts passing eastwards. The Canadian really does want to go to town on this, and into the bank holiday, which is Monday the 28th of August, it goes with the idea still of low pressure towards the west, tries to build a little ridge off towards the east, but effectively it's got this southwesterly flow in play. It brings more mixed to unsettled conditions, most of the rain out towards the west, drier towards the east, and then into the early stages of September through the latter part of August. Or I should say through the latter part of August, forget the September bit, through the latter part of August. Again, it kind of builds up this southwesterly flow. So there are some hints that the southeastern corner may well stay drier. It might be the same through the Midlands and southern England as well. During that period, we could find better, warmer conditions there, but you see towards the north and the west still got low pressure in place, so further unsettled conditions. And then into the early stages of September, still with that southwesterly flow. That means it won't be cold, but it stays unsettled to the north and the west. Again, this very weak ridge hinted at across more southern and eastern areas, but it's no more than a hint, probably suggesting that it's drier there rather than completely dry. And then Tuesday the 5th of September still got this ridge off towards the east, the low off towards the west, more of a southerly flow across many parts of England and eastern parts of Wales, suggesting warmer, drier conditions in those central and eastern areas, but still wet and breezy out towards the west. So the Canadian certainly does see some dry weather right at the end of August and the early part of September, but really we're clutching at straws with it because it is just the fringes of the country, the south and the east, that would likely see that. Now, of course, that's just the Canadian model. It updates every Thursday, as I say, but it is proven itself to be fairly reliable. And if we just compare it with the CFS model, this is the CFS rainfall forecast for the week up to the 16th of August. So that's for this week. And you notice a drier slot in the middle parts of the country here, which is what we'd expect to see through this weekend. But generally rain is coming in from the west, just those hints of pressure building, making the rain less persistent across the north and the west. But into the weekend in the 23rd, so this is next week, it brings these bluer colours and the greener colours back in, showing that westerly flow, making things more unsettled. As I say, next weekend is the one really to be watching. Now into the week after, remember what I said about that improvement, 22nd, 23rd across the south of the country? There it is on the CFS. CFS saying not completely dry, but certainly much drier conditions than we have seen. And really the rain then is mostly across Ireland and across Scotland as well. Hints of some warmer weather getting into the south and the east during that period. So although again I stress, this is not a dry spell. This is not a prolonged period of fine weather. This is just the potential for some less mixed, drier conditions. And then into the weekend of the 6th of September, the CFS still focusing really on the rain coming in on the southwesterlies across Western Ireland, across Western Scotland. So seeing things similar to the Canadian, but the CFS generally is more mixed and unsettled across England and Wales. And even into the middle stages of September, it's still seeing quite a bit of rain out towards the west of the country. But again, you notice here, look, generally drier, although not completely dry, in the east and the south. So that would lend itself to milder conditions at the end of the month, and the CFS certainly seeing the wettest of the weather in the north and the west, less so towards the east and the south, although still it's not settled weather by any means. Now, I know I whizzed through those charts quite quickly, but you can go and see them yourself, obviously as a WeatherWeb Premium member. If you go to the homepage, so weatherweb.net, then click on models and charts, you'll see here it says Pro Models on that drop down menu. Click on that. That's all of the models that are available to you. If you come across to the left hand side here, you'll you'll see the CFS forecasts. They're all listed under there, updating every single day. You've got things like temperatures and soil temperatures on there. You've also got the meteorograms from the CFS, which are basically the temperature predictions for the next few months from many different areas. And just a little bit lower down, we've then got the NAEFS, which is the North American Ensemble Forecast System, the 32-day forecast, which is the one that I've just been showing you, and they're available there as well. And you just see lots and lots of other models to completely fill your boots with. Okay, hopefully that has been useful for you. Of course, you'll have your updated fast forecast online a little bit later. We've got the Japanese Meteorological Agency forecast coming out as well, which will give us the forecast for the next 30 days according to the Japanese Met Agency. So more information coming through all the time, and that'll help us to piece together the forecast and decide on how confident we can be. Okay, I've rabbited on a little bit for this one, but whatever you're doing, thanks again for watching. Keep the sun shining, and bye for now.